What's going on, everyone? Anxious Vids back with another video. How y'all doing? Thank you for stopping by. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to talk about the types of hunters that annoy me. And there's a list. You know, there's a little bit of a list. Maybe it's not the people in general, but things that they do that I don't understand it. So first of all, we're going to start with numero uno. That's sky blasters. You know who I'm talking about. Those guys that they either don't know how to call or they just don't care. And they shoot at every freaking thing that flies within 100 yards of them. And I've seen it plenty of times where you got a group of guys hunting and a flock of ducks flies 80 yards away from them, and all 6 of them unload 3 times. You know, they all shoot 3 times. And it gets on my nerves. I'm sure it gets on a lot of other people's nerves. Especially, you know, if you're hunting near them or they're on a property near you. And I'm sure we've all experienced plenty of times where you got birds working you or whatnot, or you got a flock coming in and they're almost there, and you get sky blasters to screw it all up. That got to shoot, 80 yards out, knowing they're not going to hit one. And maybe if all 6 of them shoot, they might sail one duck. And that leads me straight into my second point, and this tails in with sky blasters. And that is people that all they shoot, doesn't matter if it's snow goose, duck, regular goose, Canada goose, whatever, teal, they only shoot 3.5-inch shells. That's a freaking waste. It's most 3.5-inch shells. Box of 3.5s, unless you're gonna get like Fioshis, which suck, or estates. 3.5-inch shells aren't cheap, and I don't understand. And I just don't get guys who shoot 3.5-inch shells at ducks. I could understand, goose hunting, having it in for like a third shot. That last attempt as they're starting to go away. I can understand that. But me, I rarely shoot 3.5s. About the only time I'll ever use them is like if we're hunting in our field spot, for like late season geese. That's about it. And I'll use it as like a third shot. But those guys that shoot 3.5s every single freaking shot, 3.5-inch T's, 3.5-inch triple BBs at freaking ducks. Me? I mean, I don't know about a lot of people, but me, I shoot for the majority of duck season up until, goose season starts, when it's just duck season. About all I shoot is 2 3/4 and 3-inch 7s. That's it. That is one of the most deadliest duck shells that there freaking is. I don't care who you are. It's proven. Or I don't know if you've proven it, but I've proven it with me hunting 2 3/4 and 3-inch 1/8 7-shot. It's freaking a duck killing machine. And what's cool about them is they're pretty damn cheap, and they work freaking great for ducks. Once geese come in, you start shooting geese, I'll bump it up, to like 3-inch 2s and 4s, and maybe some, double BBs or whatever. But okay, so we're past that part. Next one is those douchebags that shoot 5 minutes early. 5 minutes early. I'm sure some of us have experienced that. I had an experience last year, and it pissed me off pretty damn bad. A couple guys hunting on the next property over. It was probably, 5 to 8 minutes before shooting time still. And we had ducks, working in the, swimming around in the decoys, working good. Everything was, because everybody knows, usually when you're hunting, that freaking first 20 minutes to half hour, that's going to be about the best part of your hunt. They're going to be up. They're not going to be aware of what's going on. They're not going to see, it's going to be low light. They're not going to see. The best part of your hunt is usually like the first 30 minutes. Well, anyway, we're sitting there, waiting for shooting time. It's going to be good. And, 5 to 8 minutes before shooting time, you got 2 guys, boom, 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 boom. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? And then you go and talk to them afterwards, and you fucking shot like 8 minutes early. Oh yeah, I mean, literally what they said was, oh, my phone didn't have the right time. Your cell phone. That shit is set by satellite. Okay, I gotta calm down. I'm gonna have a coronary. Ooh. Okay, next one is those guys that try to backdoor you. You know what I mean. You know, when you have a spot, your spot, and it's a spot you've had for a while, and and you're on good terms. You know, you're on good terms with the owner or whatever. You know, it's just a handshake agreement. Everything's cool, and you get a dickhead that tries to backdoor you, and they know you, and they know that you hunt there. You know, you have traded conversations. You have spoke to this person, and then they try to backdoor you on your spot and go offer money and fuck it all up. You know what? I don't like those guys either. Those guys suck. Alright, the next thing that really bugs me, especially right now during, early teal season, all you can shoot's teal. Guys that don't know how to identify. Like, guys that, even though they know it's early teal season, they just don't care. I've seen guys during early teal season shoot mallards, shovelers, pintails, gadwalls, bluebills, whatever, because they can't identify. And they don't care that they can't identify. Little do they know that they get caught with a duck that's out of season. That's a $600 ticket for the duck and a $100 ticket for damages. That's $700 for one bird. One freaking bird. And the amount of guys that get away with it is it's just astronomical. But anyway, next person on my list are game wasters. Those people that their whole goal in life is to just hear their gun go off. They don't care about the sport. They don't care about the experience. They don't care about migration. They don't care about watching everything. They just care about shooting their guns. More than one time in my life have I drove down a gravel road and seen a pile of ducks or geese that someone threw in a ditch. There's those people that they don't want to eat the bird. They don't even care about the bird. They just want to shoot the bird, go throw the bird in a ditch, go home, come back the next day and do the same thing. I absolutely despise those people. Me, we shoot our ducks, our geese. You ever had teal kebabs? Man, that is like the New York strip of the duck world. Absolutely friggin' amazing. I'm getting heated up. I gotta let these emotions out. These are things I gotta talk about, Alright. I'm calm. Alright. Okay, and the next thing, and I'm probably kind of rambling at this point, but you know what? Just letting it out. Those guys that shoot 3 times every time. 3 times every time. No matter what. It's, especially like right now during teal season, hearing guys shoot. You know what? I can understand teal. That's a fast moving duck. You're lucky to get a second shot on. Okay, maybe if you have an automatic, that's a little bit different. But I shoot a pump. I've always shot a pump. But when it comes to teal, that bird's going Mach 8 most of the time. You're lucky to get a second shot off, let alone a freaking third. Yeah, but those guys that shoot 3 times every freaking time. And then there's those guys that just destroy everything. They make a mess of everything. They don't clean up. They don't do nothing, and they don't freaking care. There's a lot of hunters in this world that are in this sport that don't even understand why they're doing it. I understand why I'm doing it. I come from 6 generations of hunting in my family. That stuff is instilled in my blood. I do the sport. I love watching the migration. I love watching the birds. I just love being outdoors. I love getting to have the experience with my family, my father. There's so much. Watching the dog, working with the dog, playing. There's so many things that a lot of these are younger guys that are my age, but they don't even get it. They just want to drive their big lifted truck with their big giant tires, come on out, shoot some freaking ducks, drink a Busch Light, throw them in the ditch, go cause some fucking trouble, You know, shit like that. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of a guy named Aldo Leopold, but that guy, hunting, called it the sport of kings. And this truly is the sport of kings. This is one of the greatest things in the world to do. Not even waterfowl hunting. Waterfowl hunting, deer hunting, pheasant hunting, turkey hunting, all that. Hunting in general. It is just one of the purest experiences of your life. It is such an amazing thing to do. And I wish more people would get into it for the right reason and not the wrong reason. You know, people need to understand it. You know, people ever want to really learn about hunting, there's a guy named Ralph Kohler, old timer hunter. He's got a wonderful book out. People should read it. It's a freaking masterpiece. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you could, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And comment down below and let me know what you thought. And comment, anything's in your hunting, stuff that bugs you, things that certain hunters do that really get on your freaking nerves. And I will see you all in the next one.